startled by a faint buzzing from high above us. A drone, whizzing above the city. Before anyone else could react, the captain of our ship whipped out a gun and took it down in one shot, sending it careening into the ocean in a blaze of flaming metal.
"The prophets will use those to track your movements," the captain warned us. "Stay out of sight, or the missiles will come next."
Fear lodged itself in my throat. Everywhere we went, we'd be targets, endangering whomever we came close to. And seeing the fervor in that captain's eyes, I worried what might have transpired if that metal spy had been a human one. Would this devotee have been just as willing to kill in my name? The longer we stayed out in the open, we knew, the greater our risk of being spotted again. So the mayor of Redensau shuffled us away from the fray, leaving the crew of our boat behind.
"We cannot hide you in the city,"
he said ominously.
"The prophets will find you, but I will take you to someone who can help."
He introduced us to a small, well-dressed man with skin that shone like amber and a fast-talking charm that made you quickly forget his outcast appearance. His malformed face twisted into a warm smile. "I am Eduardo Souza," he introduced himself. "Your new best friend." And indeed, Souza immediately began living up to that promise. As his hunched frame limped ahead of us, hurrying to open the town car door, he barraged me with compliments, keen to befriend the so-called prophet. While he was eager to protect us from the dangers we'd told him were closing in, it was clear he wasn't ready to stop there. He hoped that some of my prophet's aura would rub off on him, that my imaginary specialness would somehow make him special. I wished I felt special, felt like anything other than a fraud. As Souza helped us traverse the roads around Redensau, I realized those worshippers at the shore were just the tip of the iceberg. I was stunned to see my own face plastered on walls all throughout the area. Flyers, graffiti, banners hanging from windows. I was everywhere. "How did they all know she was coming?" Dawn asked, nervous.
"They didn't,"
Souza said simply. "This isn't some kind of show they're putting on for me?" I asked, confounded. Souza shook his head.
"You are Grace, prophet of the outcasts, and this is a city of outcasts."
As we passed banner after banner, Zach's eyes glazed over in disbelief.
"I guess they like you."
It suddenly hit me. I was a worldwide phenomenon, a role that came with obligations and consequences so huge I couldn't yet comprehend them. And there was no turning back. 2. As we drove, the sight of my own face emblazoned everywhere gave me a strange thrill. I'd never run for student council, never done anything that required leadership skills or real responsibility. My father had always taught me that the way to make Great Spirit proud was to be of service, to be humble. Making myself a prophet, that wasn't exactly humble. My stomach churned with regret. I was just an 18-year-old kid with no idea what I was doing. Why had I put myself in this position? How had I convinced all these people that I had any kind of wisdom? Sooner or later, I knew they'd realize I was a fraud. "I need to find a way to tell people the truth," I whispered to Dawn when Souza stopped to refuel the car. "You know, that I'm not really a prophet." She handily refuted.
"No one's really a prophet."
"Then shouldn't I be saying that? That all the prophets are lying, not just me?"
"And risk billions dying because they question the truth?"
Dawn challenged. "Being Prophet Grace has its own risks," I pointed out. "Pretending I'm godly feels wrong and against everything we've been fighting for." Dawn shook her head, firm.
"It's a lie that will save lives. Letting the world believe in some new prophet is safer than taking all their prophets away at once. You know how people are. They need something to believe in. Who knows? Maybe you'll even be able to inspire some good in them." I nearly laughed in her face.